It's time for a change in this country, my friends, a real change. For 10 years, Stephen Harper has never missed an opportunity to divide Canadians. The politics of fear and division. The small fringe minority of people who are on their way to Ottawa or who are holding unacceptable views that they're expressing do not represent the views of Canadians who have been there for each other, who know that following the science and stepping up to protect each other is the best way to continue to ensure our freedoms, our rights, our values as a country.
That's a wounded veteran! That's a wounded warrior right there! You gotta see his fucking head!
Born on December 25, 1971, in Ottawa, Justin Trudeau was immersed in Canadian politics from the start, being the son of the late Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau and his wife Margaret. Only months after his birth, then American President Richard Nixon predicted his political future during a Canadian state dinner with Trudeau's father. Nixon said, "I'd like to toast to the future Prime Minister of Canada, to Justin Pierre Trudeau." That endorsement wouldn't age well, though. Trudeau's parents separated in 1977. After their divorce was finalized in 1984, Pierre moved to Montreal with Trudeau and his younger brothers. The little Tyrant attended the same school as his father, the Jesuit-run College Jean de Brebeuf. He went on to study literature at McGill University, earning his bachelor's degree in 1994. Among the many jobs he took on during these years, he served as a nightclub bouncer in British Columbia, a snowboard and whitewater rafting instructor, a radio host, and a math teacher. His teaching experience didn't go without incident, as he abused one of his students, a minor. Justin Trudeau's underage accuser was much younger at the time of their relationship than was first thought, her father told the Chronicle. The mainstream narrative pegged the accuser at 17 years old. She was much younger than that, according to her father, a wealthy businessman, who was not a party to the $2.25 million mutual non-disclosure, non-disparagement agreement that she signed in exchange for her continued silence. The terms of that agreement prevent both the accuser and Trudeau from acknowledging any aspect of that relationship without triggering a 6 to 7 figure liquidated damages clause. That penalty starts at $500,000 and scales up, depending on the magnitude of the breach. The accuser's father shared with the Chronicle a password-protected digital copy of that agreement. He didn't acquire the document from his daughter. It was incorrectly copied to him on an email between the negotiating parties. Trudeau abused his position of power on and off campus while he taught drama and French at Vancouver's West Point Grey Academy. He was actually discovered by his accuser's father at their family home, which prompted private demands to school administrators that he be removed from his position immediately. There was a small settlement at the time. The relationship was discovered several months after Pierre Trudeau's death. He died on September 28 in the year 2000. As Canada was fawning over the former Prime Minister's son, his students were particularly impressed. The predator would use that in his favor for the rest of his cunning career. At the time, the family of the victim was told that the school's standard employment agreement included confidentiality terms that would be binding on Trudeau after his departure. The liberal propaganda machine winced and argued that anything improper was likely a result of his fragile emotions after the loss of his father and his brother, not because of any nefarious criminal trait. At the time, Canada's age of consent was 14 years old. In 2008, Prime Minister Stephen Harper had that law changed, raising the age to 16, where the law sits today. Canada outlaws sex between adults and people younger than 18 when the adult is in a position of responsibility for the well-being of that child. Trudeau's behavior would have been illegal and criminal at the time. To date, Trudeau has not offered a public denial of the Buffalo Chronicle's reporting. Instead, he has instructed his staffers to decline to answer questions and attack the credibility of all publications referring to the